Okay. So I'm gonna tell you why my rap deal froze from 2019 until because I signed a deal when I was 5 years old. Um, I signed a deal as well as in my senior year of high school. Pretty much, they sign you at 5, and I came up with an idea for them to show up in my city and re-sign me in one of my classes. Pretty much my homeroom. So I said, hey, why don't y'all come to the city when I turn 18 and when I do my senior year and sign me in homeroom? And they said, yo, that's a great idea. That's Priority Records. So I called a police case in college. I was accepted into the University of Miami in the 11th grade, but I went to a local college in the end because my mom just, when I got into Miami, when I got into the U, she just went crazy and wanted to just immediately quit her job, sell the house, and all them wild ass. She just went wild and happy and crazy and money hungry. And they froze my deal because I got into a big altercation in college, but not with any student or anything, but with an ex associate of the Hill Figures. So if you know the Hill Figures, you know we big in Philadelphia or the East Coast or the whole USA. So shout out to all of those adult people and those OGs who helped me out and my twin brother out in financial situations, business situations, and mentorships. And shout out to those mentors that we have in the Hill Figures. But we signed the Priority Records. That was a serious deal, and we signed as uh entertainers, rappers, and as well as like Rockefellers. So we did various projects of soundtracks. Once Upon a Time in Mexico soundtrack, Blue Streak, um, and We Are the Titans, and various others. My first project is a soundtrack for Power Rangers. It's about a 6 single EP. It sold 3 million copies, but it's a trust fund kind of account. But I got into it about 14, 15, 16 because they sensed that my mom would have too much energy at 18 and somehow, let's be more safe than sorry. But I purchased a home. I purchased a couple of homes, but I love warm weather is what I'll say. And I purchased some good homes in a good nice state. The reason why I'm not in that situation is because I signed as well as like a athlete deal with the music deal. So my when the music deal doesn't freeze, but it can. If your athlete team freeze your music deal through them, that's what they can't do, but they can do. Mine, I signed the Priority Records, so they couldn't do it, but they still somehow ended up getting a threat from higher ups, and they had to do it. So that's why I had to pack my bags and freeze my accounts and head back to the mom crib because this police charge got too much popularity rather than as well as us giving back. And we were giving back so much to the community, not as much as every day in, but as much as business deals was picking up to give back to the community. So YMCA, shelter, franchises, things that was clear as day, we picked up and we're the only ones who could want to do it. And we began to do it. So when you see your favorite rapper, that's your favorite rapper, but he went platinum when you was making 725. And we wanted it, we didn't want to be that. We rather push $15 minimum wage. If we wasn't making music and we wasn't entertaining, that we will do the politicals and we would vouch for $15 minimum wage, weekly pay, 4-day work weeks, etc., welfare, college welfare, uh, medication, the diabetes medication, uh, liquid pills that could further study HIV and the study of cancer, things of that. So once you get into that and you're this high profile situation, then the government is gonna look at y'all and say, no, y'all can't do that. So that's how my record deal froze from 2000 and whenever till today, till until, because that's what happened. And plus, catching police charges for myself being young, it can just look bad on you, and then your mentors catch police charges, and instead of giving them time to do a sentence, they give them a court date. So it's not that they doing 10 years, it's that they court date is every 10 years, or they court date is in 10 years. So if you tell your mentor, your rap partner, hey, the court date is in 2029, but we got a police charge in 2011. So 2011, your court date is 2029. It's not that you're gonna do jail time. It's not that you're gonna do prison time. It's just that you're gonna do time in the undisclosed matter. So that's what happened to us, and that's how the record label got frozen out, and so did the music deal and the contract deals, and sadly to say, but a slower process to raising the minimum wage, and how hazard, just the spiritual battle as well, just the unfortunate turn of raising minimum wage from 7.25 from 1996 to 2018, and then it being 11 and 13 and 9.50 and $9. That was a rough patch in the world and on the East Coast especially. So like I said, my mentors who are affiliated in my business partner, contract co-signer or co-signees, that they say they are, and then alienating this general alienation, and then alienating, and then who's the president, and then pushing out the real presidents and silencing them and granting them a release, and we signed to be presidents and vice presidents, and they gave us our flowers for that, but they gave us a punishment as well, and that's what we signed for. And they gave us our flowers for doing the work of becoming presidents of a music label and doing great business, but it's a trick in the trade to, let's say Jeff owns Priority Records and it's going good and life is in life, and then I come to sign to buy the label, own the label, and be the president. But then I caught a case and Jeff could take back the presidency, or who is the president? Is it the rapper or is it the guy? But I caught a case. What they did was front me that I'm the president, but give me a court date in 2030. And then Jeff got his $1 million that I bought it for and signed for. And now he's off doing what he's doing. And because I got a minor protege, he'll never get that contact and they'll never tap him in. So everybody gotta just to wait for that court date in 2000 and whenever. And the only information that the protege will have barely is that the court date is in 2030 something. And you know what happened after the court case, after the police charge? My uncle gave us up because we got we got into an altercation with an ex affiliate of the brand, and we went to the West Coast just to go back to our homes, but we had to run into family, and our family called the police on us, and that's what ruined everything. Not saying the police wasn't gonna find us or they wasn't gonna look for us, but we already handled the situation, pled no contest, but they had a fucking meltdown and fucking the medical emergency showing, and that's what got us this fucking 2030 court date. So like I said, it's not that my mentors and my OGs gotta do time in prison or is in jail or is in the, it's they gonna give you a court date. They not gonna specify whether you gonna do time, whether you're gonna do hard time. They just gonna say, hey, your court date is in 2019, your court date is in 2029, your court date is in 2034, and it's just a big alienation until we all come back together, and then we could continue. Hopefully, a protege is on hope. You know what I'm saying? So that's the current status of what happened to my deal.